Um,
I got an idea. We're gonna play Sub Cutie's song.
no,
No?
no. Play that. Play that. I had something. I wanted to talk to you about the schedule, but you should play the song over that so we can talk.
Since we're waiting anyways.
Yeah, the teams are filing in, so we're about to start here. But just give us a second.
This is Sub Cutie's rap song.
And then,
That's
what's
so
up?
good.
Yo, I got so much glory, man. Let's do this. Yo, patting reminisce in my
We good?
abyss die. I got another rollie on my wrist now. Watch me dodge roll, double take. You think you see me on your radar? So many clones, it's like I'm Darth Vader. You see me cast and spawn another phantasm. If you don't get Aegis, you'll be on the ground in a spasm. Killing my teammates, lay down the chaos storm. You wanna target me? I'm not in single form. Try matching me and you'll get a mind stab. Find me at the dummies brewing in my lab. Mantra of resolve, that's what I threw. Step to me and I'll power cleanse
What are we
your
waiting
whole
on?
crew.
Hopefully not me.
Cause they on my point. Shatter, sit back and roll a dank joint. Yo, that's my motto. I can't be beat. Wing stomps, back caps, I'm fucking elite. Oh shit, it's a con.
Oh, they're loving it.
Guys, I'm not equipped to handle that. I'm down. And now I'm capsized. Structural integrity compromised. Alright, now I'm back up.
So
I'm going in. Who's
Oh
there?
my god, I'm listening
Mind
to
rack,
it. It's
bitch.
hilarious.
Kura, where you at? I need my wingman. 3, 2, 1, spiking now. He's a dead man. Mass invis. Now you guys get the stomps. Why'd you attack? Now we'll all get tromped. Sword focus staff. Sword focus staff.
Grouch.
Focus. Now you're a
What?
golden cap.
I'm
a
busy
false
enjoying the
idol.
song.
Oh, I bet you are. Do you know when being OP is hard is playing? Because Step keeps asking me.
I have no idea. They're playing last, I'm pretty sure.
My
That
one true
it's scheduled for,
For attorneys, I'm choosing pain and gloves.
it's scheduled
When I
for,
log in, the invites start rolling.
At 3:30.
That
yeah,
van
2:45.
begin. Where am I gonna get my trolling? See a vert portal. You know that's me.
They're playing We Go to Jail.
Sucks in the mist. All better taking me. Pull a
Okay.
curtain over your eyes. Temporal. Yeah, you'll never see the prize. I'm putting my phase on stun. Retreat on lock. About face. Ah shit, I forgot to de-target. It's not because of you.
Okay, I think we're good then, yeah?
I'm just using shatters while you get castration. I got myself swiftness out running centaurs. When I watch you, I think you.
Alright, we're gonna start the game. Sorry, Sub Cute, you're gonna have to cut your rap short.
Your life's an illusion.
Oh, he'll be fine.
He'll be okay. Alright, so coming into, it's gonna be pardon me, my goodness. Resetting my brain here. We're gonna be watching Ugly versus TP. We did see TP play earlier today. Pretty dominant in their matches, I guess. Really like their team strat here. Pushing Tilda far point almost every single time. Watching the splits here for this game, though, looks like we'll be seeing, I guess, Symbolic running. Pardon me, that's not Symbolic. Pardon me, it's Can Scout running far point. Gonna try to keep mine neutered as long as possible.
Zeph's gonna intercept Can Scout before he can keep that neuted. Oh, nope. I spoke too soon. There, we're gonna see Symbolic and Can Scout fight for that, and the teams are converging on middle.
Alright, coming back over here to mid, we do have Mufasa taking pretty good amount of damage here at the very beginning. He was in stealth there momentarily, getting the Blurred Frenzy combo off onto a Sheen, who is in a Moa right now. Gets out of the Moa, does not get the heal off quite in time. Mufasa goes out at the exact same time here, unfortunately. This is going to be a race between getting the stomp off of Mufasa or getting Vanderham back up here.
Oh, wow. That was... Oh, wow. Mufasa was almost gotten up, but a Sheen threw down that Sanctuary to block the... Oh, wow. He got up.
Oh, so if Sheen's actually gonna go down here, he goes back down from the Illusion of Life. They really need to get a Sheen back up here. Oh, it's not gonna happen here. Obviously, they got Fanaram and Zeph getting back up over there, and they're gonna stop a Sheen out here just shortly.
All 3 points are still contested at about a minute. Oh, I spoke too soon. There goes Hinge. Hinge is for Team Paradigm, and we have Ugly trailing Zeph as he tries to make his way back to Hinge.
All right, yeah, laying some pretty good damage on the Zeph here. He's going to try to juke back, I guess, go the other direction here, but I think Zeph's just going to get taken out. Oh, but does put a portal down. Actually, total teleports back into mid, but Beer's already here. Teleports onto point. I'm not sure that was a good use of the teleport. Not really going to do anything with before Beer gets there. We move over here to mine. We have Symbolic and Phantom versus, looks like, Can Scout and Teppy. Ashin's here as well. Kind of a little 2v3. Looks like Can Scout's going to go down here. We're going to keep that node for TP.
Oh, he just barely got away. No, he's being hunted down by Phantom.
Over here in mid, we did have Zeph go down at mid, and then Beer actually bled him out as long as he could. Zeph's going to be out of the game for just a few more moments here.
Red team got a capture point.
All right.
About 2 minutes into the game, we have Team Paradigm holding both outer nodes, and they've given Ugly the middle. It seems Team Paradigm's going to try and play outers.
Yeah, we got Can
Or wait.
Yeah, Can Scout here in mid. We have Phantom coming in, putting a good amount of damage onto Can Scout right now. Oh, looks like we actually have Beer here as well, so he's going to get some support. Can Scout's going to heal up a pretty good amount, and Phantom's going to go ahead and disengage, probably move back over towards Henge.
Speaking of Henge, we have Teldo Ashin fighting off. Oh, wow. Chieftain somehow got dragged all the way over towards the upper end of the Henge node, and Teldo goes down.
It looks like Teldo's getting stomped out by Teppy. Pico's going to res up and get back onto the, do some more damage onto the point here. We have Sheena and Phantom still on point. It looks like Pico's going to go ahead and try to put some damage onto. It looks like he's going to switch over here to Phantom, who blinks back onto point, trying to avoid some of that burst damage.
What's going on?
And we see Ashin doing everything he can, but he is fighting 1v3 on point. Oh, here comes Zeph and Phantom are back to give him more support. Hopefully, red team might be able to take this node.
Definitely working on it. We have we have multiple team members from the blue team over here still doing as much as they can to try to contest it. Peko actually does go down here on the point. We have them in a pretty good spot to try to get the res up. They do get the they go for the illusion of life on a Peko. I think they could have just got the res off, but they decided to use the illusion of life cooldown on him. He's going to try to get up on the ledge here and probably put himself in a good position to do a little bit extra damage. But if he dies in a bad position, he's going to put his team in a really bad spot.
Well, he dropped an R on himself up here, but unfortunately Zeph and Phantom are both there to lock him down, so that was a bit of a waste of the illusion.
Yeah, like I mentioned, since he went down up there, he was in a really bad spot, did not have any team support. It was kind of a good idea going up there with the Elixir R, but Team Paradigm did a really good job of seeing him and following him up onto that ledge. She looks like a Moa goes out onto a Sheen. He's going to try to disengage off the point here, he's going to wait until it goes off and then come back onto the point and try to keep it nude as long as possible. It looks like Beer's getting pretty low over here on Ugly. He's taking a lot of Condi damage here. Able to get a pretty good cleanse off though, but the fight's pretty even at this point. Oh, actually, a Moa does go out on the Beer right now. He just disengages off the point here as well. Looks like Zeph's going to do the focus pull. Ooh, gets him down. They're going to try to get the stomp off. The Sheen's going in for the stomp on Beer Jungler. Yep, they take him out here, so let's actually put the fight into Team Paradigm's favor.
They're going to win this node now.
Over here, we actually do have Symbolic fighting Svanner. Gets the free Svanner kill, putting the score at 178 to 160. Currently in Team Paradigm's favor, with one node to each team.
We have Symbolic sitting on back node, and Mufasa just got cleaned up at Henge team at themselves. I think we see them pulling back, or we see Ugly pulling back to keep, but the engineers being trailed by Phantom and Teldo. Or excuse me, the Ranger is being trained.
Yeah, Peko putting a pretty good amount of damage onto Zeph here. He actually dodges the Blurred Frenzy combo from Zeph from the Illusionary Leap. Still goes down in the process here. They're gonna try to res him up here. They're taking a lot of damage. There goes the big old bomb from Tilden, knocking him back off the point a little bit further. Beer's gonna try to get the res up on him again. I'm not sure it's quite gonna happen. Here comes the stomp from Phantom. Ooh, gets knocked off. They get the res up off on Pico. Very nice job by Ugly right there. Zeph goes down over here on Henge, and Teldo is down on mid as well. Very nice swing in Ugly's favor right there at mid.
Oh, that was a beautiful play. Phantom's going to try and get out of there. Hopefully, he's going to go to Henge for some help, but I'm trying to see what's going on here. I think we're going to probably see... Oh, wow. Once they clean this up at Henge, we're probably going to see a play for the boss.
Alright, over here on Henge, we did see a Sanctuary go down from Machine onto Zeph. We got the res up off on Zeph. Mufasa went down in the meantime. Looks like he got back up here, so we're at a pretty even fight right now. Looks like Phantom is pretty low here as well, coming back into the fight. Going to try to get up on the some of the high ground here, try to take Pico out up on that ledge possibly.
It's just a dirty brawl going on this point right here. Like, we have Pico up top raining down grenades. Zeph's trying to get away from that. Ashin's just got to stand on point and grin and bear it. But Fanaram's up here trying to take the pressure off from Pico.
Ooh, Zeph gets a heal off just in time. Had about 200 HP left over with the bleed ticking away on him. He's going to try to get back over to the point here. Some heals coming out from Machine. He's probably going to drop off a point, though. Needs to be make sure he's in range. Ooh, I'm not sure
Zeph goes down.
I'm not sure whose sync that is, but it looks like we will have stability coming out from... There we go. There goes the res up on Zeph. He's going to be back up. This fight's staying extremely even right now. This is absolutely insane. Multiple reses. This has been really great team play from both sides right now.
The fights are even, but if you look at the map control, Team Paradigm is 100 points ahead now, and they've got 2 points to Team Ugly's 1. So the interesting thing about that is that the point that Team Paradigm has is across the map from them.
Really nice. Symbolic went back behind Keep to try to get back on point, and I did see Teppy moving out as well, probably moving up towards, also towards the Keep, trying to get that free cap there, but Symbolic's already there waiting for him. Very nice play by Symbolic and making sure they had that called out.
Yeah.
And it looks like we do see
gonna
Zeph
see this.
moving back here towards mid again, I believe. Probably going to help out. Actually, yeah, take that. He's kind of just running back and forth right now.
Yeah,
Check
he's
out
going to come help Symbolic up here.
back over here on Henge. We still have a pretty good brawl going on. And Sheen, Kratos did go down here. Sheen took a lot of damage there, but was able to get the heal off. Still pretty kind of a stalemate, to be honest. A lot of Connie's going out, though. Pekko's doing a really good job with that Connie application. Fenrir goes down off point. He's going to miss from onto the point here. Hopefully get a res up from Sheen here just momentarily. The Sank does go down from Sheen.
The Sank and the Shield 5 to try and block that damage from the Elementalist. I think, yep, there goes Fenrir. Fenrir's up now, so we're going to see the 3v3. Zeph is down, but no, it's now a 2v3 at Hinge. Zeph got dropped.
Over here on mine, we did see Canscout and Teldo kind of going at it. Teldo was able to zone him off the point here. He's going to come back in. The crates are down from Teldo, going to put kind of the advantage in Teldo's favor right now. Canscout's getting really low. He's standing at all those bombs right now, taking a ton of damage. Good thing he's got a lot of good passive con removal on that Ranger class, though.
There's not much he can do against that point, against this build, I should say, excuse me, because he has to stay on that point, but Teldo's just going to sit there and rain conditions on him, and he's actually not running Signet of Renewal for Rangers, which allows him to flip all of his conditions on his pet if he had a whole lot of them at one time.
All right, over here on Henge, we do see the Illusion of Life come out from Zeph onto Sheen, who went down. Sheen's doing an awesome job holding this point. He's not going to be counting for the point cap right now, so he really needs Zeph to stay on point. When you're Illusion of Life, you don't count as a person on a point. It's kind of like being a warrior in Vengeance. He goes back down here again. Zeph's not in a really good spot to help him out. He's really low as well, so they're probably going to decap this point here. He's going to go in favor for Ugly. Looking at the rest of the map, though, TP's 3-capping and only got 15 points to go, man. I really don't see this going anywhere in Ugly's favor.
No, first round is going to go to Team Paradigm here. The team fights were pretty even. Like, we had some really good brawls going on, but Team Paradigm just simply, they held control of the map for the majority of the round.
Absolutely. TP doing a really good job of disengaging players off of the fights to go and defend other nodes while they were 2-capped and 3-capped the other players. We saw Teldo move back over towards mine to defend that from Canscout, and we also saw Symbolic move from the Henge fight and move over towards Keep to keep that nude from Teppy. Alright, so again, we'll be going into round 2. It's going to be Legacy of Faux Fire. TP up 1-0 against MIM. Pardon me, Ugly. I keep saying MIM. Something wrong with my brain right now.
That's just on your brain.
It's on my brain. A lot of things on the brain right now. So, for those of you just tuning in who may not have seen how this map works, let me go ahead and go to the overlay here real quick. Again, I guess if you're really new to the game, there are 3 cap points here. Anytime that you hold the control of a cap point, it's going to give you 1 point per second. You can have up to 3 cap points in your favor at any time. There's also a secondary objective on every single one of the maps. The Guild Lord will spawn over here. Oh my goodness, wrong button here. Over here and over here for each team. If you kill the enemy team's Guild Lord, it will give you 150 points to your score. Basically, what we're seeing lately is a lot of teams kind of try to go for the 350 point mark and then try to kill the Lord and give themselves the instant win.
Mm-hmm.
So this map,
oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say this map is just really great for some really great clutch play. It's just a really exciting map. It's probably one of my favorite matches to watch and play.
We're going to go ahead and start up again. Right back into it.
Chance to nail down your strategy.
Alright, Split's going to be coming out here just shortly. I'm going to go ahead and open the map here and take a look and see where they're going to go.
Replenishing.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Symbolic looks like he is heading for Quarry. And Team Paradigm is going to... Ashin's going middle, and I think they're going to make a stealth play for... No, Fanarm's going middle as well, and Teldo and Zeph are going to make a stealth... Oh, excuse me, Teldo himself is going to make a stealth play for Waterfall.
Ooh, Peko taking a lot of damage here in mid already. Ashin is in a MOA right now. Taking a lot of damage here as well. Trying to do a little bit of counterburst. Ooh, Ashin does go down here. Let's see if they can get him up. The Illusion of Life does come out onto Ashin. He's got 15 seconds. Basically, 15 seconds. If he dies within 15 seconds, he will go down permanently. But if he is able to live through it, he'll go back into downstate and put himself into a good position for a res. Fenrir goes down here at mid again, or as well, rather. There's a Sanctuary that goes down from Ashin. Ashin's going to drop here just momentarily as well. Ashin does go down finally. They get both the reses up on them, though. Kind of resetting the fight. Pico is still down here mid, though. They're putting a lot of good damage on the corpse. Unfortunately, not enough for TP to keep him down, though.
No, Pico gets rezzed up, and Ashin is fortunate enough to have dropped his Sanctuary to save Fanaram and die again from the Illusion of Life into it. Pico goes down here, and they're trying to get the stomp, and Ashin has the stability for it, and Pico goes down, putting that fight into Team Paradigm's favor.
Absolutely. Zeph's going back down here at mid as well. Again, Pico did get stomped out. They're going to try to get the... oh, there's a lot of damage going on in Zeph. They're actually able to get the res up on him. Very nice play by TP. A lot of connies going on in TP right now from... Actually, I'm not sure who's applying those connies right now. I guess no, Peko's not in the fight right now. There's a lot of connies going, a lot of damage going on from everyone right now. It's been a very interesting fight so far. Oh, the focus pull does go out from Tepi. Yeah, very nice job by Zeph pulling him back onto the point here. Zeph goes back down again, though.
Oh, wow. Zeph got stomped before Tepi did.
Over here on Waterfall, we did have, it looks like Teldo did beat out Canscout in a 1v1. He's going to be capping that point.
Just barely, though. Just barely.
Just barely. Going to be capping that point into TP's favor just here momentarily. Moving back over here to mid. Looks like Elgie's kind of going ham on Fanaram right now. He's going to use his Red Lightning to disengage out of the fight here. He's got a lot of burning on him, though. His water attunement is off of cooldown, though. He does pop into it, getting himself a little bit of heals here. And it looks like they're going to try to train him out, looks like.
Oh, yeah, Fanaram's just going to pull back and try and reset here. And he switching back over from Fire to Lightning, and he's going to try and get a kill on Tepi here.
Yeah, we did see the burst combo come out from Fanaram on the Tepi. Wasn't quite enough damage to finish him off, though. Looks like the Earth 5's coming out from Tepi. Lands the Earth 5 onto Fanaram, taking a ton of damage. Very nice play by Tepi, going with that. It's kind of a gamble using that Earth 5. You set yourself up for a lot of damage, but if you're able to get it off, you do a ton of damage in return.
This fight is, we see this fight dragging on for a while. Like, middle has been decapped for most of the round, but Team Paradigm has both outer nodes, and they're ahead by about 95 points now, or excuse me, a little bit more than 95 points. So I'm interested to see what Team Ugly is going to do to make up this gap. Like, I think they should just leave middle B and try and do something else.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as close as these fights have been, and as long as they've dragged out, the score is 115-5 in TP's favor. TP only giving them 1 kill so far, and no node control. They're still fighting over 3 points, and they're doing an awesome job of keeping Ugly off of those points.
Yeah, TP has done an amazing job, and we saw it a little bit towards the end of last round, where they just are managing to wrap up their opponents in these team fights and keep them there while they control the other nodes.
Ashin taking a ton of damage here in mid. He was able to pop a Sank down and was not able to get his heal off in time, though. He does get Illusion Life by Zeph here at mid, who's got, again, 15 seconds to make something happen. They need to get a stomp in the meantime. Oh, actually, it looks like Ashin might get taken down by damage. He's going to put him down permanently here. Pico goes down in his Elixir R. Looks like Ugly's going to come in and try to res him up. They do get him rezzed up. Ashin goes down permanently. Actually, I believe that was a rally for Pico, rather.
Yeah, Ashin's death rallied Pico. Ashin was going to try and keep himself up. He probably had another 2 seconds on his illusion, but it wasn't long enough to keep himself alive. Zeph, however, is Moed here, and Pico's going to get rezzed. Fanaram was going to try and get that stomp, but with Zeph Moed, he couldn't offer him any support, no stuns from his teammates, so...
They did throw the crates right on the Zeph, doing a pretty good amount of damage, kind of holding him in place there as well with Fanaram, but they were not able to capitalize on it. Didn't get enough damage out there. Fanaram is actually probably going to drop here fairly soon, though.
No, he just barely switched into water.
Yeah, there we go.
Made it.
There's elementals for you. Getting a lot of heals off from the water attunement there in the dodge roll. Over here on Waterfall, though, we do have Teldo and Canscout still going at it, absolutely duking it out. Teldo's doing a really good job of using the terrain here to try to line of sight Canscout as much as possible.
He's line of sight of him, but he's still keeping control at this point, and this is the only point that Team Paradigm has, but they're still ahead by 150 points right now. Canscout actually manages to drop Teldo and gets stomped out, giving Canscout that point. So finally we might see Team Ugly try to make up that point gap.
Absolutely. Over here at mid, they did get Mufasa back up. Zeph got caught in the shatter combo, was able to blink out. Really great reflexes by Zeph, getting out of that shatter combo right away with his blink. Coming back into mid, though, looks like it's oh man, they did get Pico down. They're getting the res off on him right now. Sheen's coming in for the stomp. Oh, they get the stomp on Pico. Very nice shot by TP, putting the AoE damage down onto Pico's corpse, and the stomp coming out from Machine. Very well played.
Mufasa gets dropped right here. Teldo's just going to lay bombs on his body. There's a glue bomb I see. They're trying to res him up, but both Beer and Mufasa are down now. Can Scout left Waterfall to try and make a play here, but it just didn't work out in his favor. He's going to try and get back to Waterfall before it gets decapped.
Over here on court, we have Teppy versus Symbolic on point. Teppy going to try to do as much as he can against Symbolic here, but again, it's very tanky. Both these guys will be very difficult to kill. This fight's going to go on for pretty much for forever. We see Zeph moving back here into mid, going to try to take out, I guess Pico's really the only one left on point right now. Beer did go down in mid, so it's going to be a Sheen, Phantom, and Zeph versus Pico. Pico's going to drop here just shortly. HGH Engineer is not a tanky class by any means.
We're 6 minutes into the game, and middle is still decapped.
Again, TP doing an awesome job of making sure they keep all these points decapped as much as possible. I mean, most of the points that that Ugly's gotten has actually been off of kills.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And we see, oh wow, finally Team Paradigm manages to capture middle. And TP's going to try to peel out from Quarry because Phantom came to back up Symbolic. And he's going to train...
I hate to interrupt you, but Teldo is over here making absolute plays right now. It looks like he was able to down, I believe it was Can Scout, pardon me, I think it was Mufasa versus Can Scout. Them in a 1v2 was able to get him down. They came in, they got him down, they got Teldo down. He put the elixir out, res himself up with the help of Zeph, I believe, doing an amazing job over on this point. Teldo 1v2ing, just doing an awesome job.
That was amazing.
He's pretty much kept this point in their favor or neutered almost the entire game. Just been over here all on his own.
That build of his is incredible. It's a little bit wonky, but it does work. It does work.
Ooh, it looks like I believe that was they got the illusion of life up onto Teldo right there, preventing the stomp. Very nice. And then he got the rally there off of Mufasa's death. Zeph goes down here on point as well. They're able to get him up, no problem though. It's just an all-out brawl in these points. It's been absolutely insane. Like for as much as the point disparity here, these fights have been very even. I think Ugly's just having a hard time getting these points into their favor though.
Exactly. Yeah. Team Paradigm is just able to they can either pressure the home node with Teldo, or Symbolic and just kind of they don't have to worry about their home because they've got Symbolic able to just dance around until some help can come. So Team Paradigm, even though these fights are dragging out pretty evenly for both teams, they're managing to maintain map control.
Zeph has gone down twice within a 5-second period there. He did get the rally the first time he went down. He went down again. He's super low. Oh, he's not going to get there in time to get the res off on him, unfortunately.
Not enough time.
Zeph is up and down the entire game, just getting res up and down. Very good team play by TP though, just making sure they get those res off as much as possible. And again, is a big gap between the scorers right now. Ugly's actually doing an awesome job in these fights.
We see Can Scout trying to peel away and reset. He's going to make his way back into the base, and Pico's going to go to Waterfall. Symbolic's just running around middle, and I think... Did they give up Waterfall?
Did you see that?
No, they got Symbolic sitting on it, I believe. Or no, pardon me, Sheen sitting on it.
I see.
Yeah, so this team got the running. I mean, Teldo's very tanky. He's able to fight 1v1 on far node for a very long time. Symbolic is able to sit on nodes as long as he wants. Same with the Sheen, super bunker. So they're running like a very tanky comp. They still have Fanro coming with insane bursts from Scepter Dagger, and then Zeph coming with like some of the best burst damage in the game from his Shatter combos.
Yeah, it's really nasty to have that burst support from Phantom because he can also peel for his team and heal for them, and Zeph, the Shatter Mesmer, is just really the nastiest burst in the game, like you said, or some of the nastiest bursts, excuse me. And Pekko goes down to a Sheen.
And Pekko's down. There's two members of Ugly trying to res him up here. It looks like, they're gonna try to get him.
I think they're gonna get it.
Yeah, they got him up just in time. Machine was not able to get the stomp off. Machine goes down in return, though, off a point here. It looks like Kansas gonna kind of try to come in here and get the stomp off on him. Machine does have his knockback up. It looks like they're just gonna try to cleave him down here.
It's a 2v3 here at Waterfall against Team Paradigm, and Machine goes down. Phantom needs to get out, but it's too late. He goes down to the 3 there.
And it looks like we'll have Ugly capping Quarry here as well. Looks like they're able to take out Teldo versus Teldo and Zeph are fighting on point versus Mufasa and Beer, and they're able to get Teldo stomped out. So Zeph's going to go ahead and disengage. He comes into mid. He's actually going to go down. Samok's going to try to get the res off. He's taking a lot of damage though from Teppy. Samok's going to opt to, I believe, to leave Zeph there. Yeah, it looks like they're going to let Zeph bleed out, and Samok's just going to try to stay alive on point.
There's no way Symbolic was going to be able to res him while the Ellie was sitting there getting ready with the churning earth. Symbolic does get mowed.
Yeah, Moa comes out getting some crazy damage on top of Symbolic. Symbolic is going to go down. Not sure they're going to be able to get him up either. They're just going to let him let him bleed out there. There they go. Damage switching onto a Sheen here as well. Sheen's taking a good amount of damage. Doesn't really have a lot of cooldowns. He's got Sanctuary up still, and he's got to stand your ground. He throws the Sanctuary down, trying to prevent as much damage as possible. He gets focus pulled out of it. Very nice play there. Still not taking much damage though. Over here on Quarry, we do have Peko versus Teldo. Teldo, I kind of think, given Peko 1-4 with these bombs on point, Peko can't really stay on point and keep a neuted against him. There is some pretty decent con removal inside of that spec, but just not quite enough.
Now, Peko goes down, and he's trying to... Wow, he actually got himself up. That was a good pull on Teldo to interrupt that damage.
Yeah, very nice. We do have Symbolic coming in on the point, though, here, so it's going to be Peko versus Teldo and Symbolic. I think Teldo might actually go down here. Just the Elixir Ardras are down. Peko's going to do very well by not putting any more damage onto Teldo for the time being. I think Peko needs to get help almost, like, immediately, or else it's going to be GG over here. There
it is
down.
right there.
Back over here, mid looks like Phantom's getting fairly low here. He does pop into his water tube and getting a little bit of healing going. Still taking a lot of damage. It looks like they were going to want to train him down. I think that the damage right now is kind of split. I don't think that Ugly has a really good target called right now.
No, it doesn't seem like they do. They're focusing on Ashin, or I see Can Scout at least focusing on Ashin. The other two seem to be trying to hunt down Fanaram, but he's doing his best to peel from him. That line of warding from Ashin, or excuse me, from Beer, knocks down Fanaram and is giving him a rough time, but he heals back up. That heals and Ellie can put out are absolutely ridiculous.
Looks like Ugly's going to be swapping their focus over here to Ashin, who's actually taking a lot of damage. No one in TP is in position to help out Ashin at all. Looks like the damage is coming out from Ugly onto Ashin's body. I think they're going to be able to, they're going to be able to stomp him out here just shortly. They're actually going to take him out with damage, so that's going to put the fight into Ugly's favor here on mid.
Ugly is probably going to do really good on this mid fight, but again, if you look at the score, Team Paradigm has them 3 capped. So we see these really good fights, these long drawn-out brawls where, you know, people go down, people go up, but Team Paradigm throughout the entire match has just maintained complete map dominance.
Absolutely. These fights that the TP are winning are against odds not in their favor. And they're winning these team fights still. These are good team fights, but unfortunately they're having people splitting off from these team fights, going far node, and getting decaps and getting full caps. On these other nodes. And, like, again, they ended the game. This is the second game they ended with a 3-cap, right? Didn't they end the last game with a 3-cap?
They did.
Yeah, so TP doing a very good job on the node control, while keeping in mind that they want to, you know, keep the team fight going. We saw the score was like, what, 130, 135 to 5 at one point? Right before, I believe right before they started getting some kills towards the middle of the game there, kind of bringing up the score, but still, very impressive play by TP.
Exactly, very